Somebody running the Sirenscape tonight, or should I just leave it off?
It's going to be jazz because that's what it's set to.
Yeah.
So I've got
It'll
it
work
turned
for
down.
this episode. It'll work for that
Turn it
because
back
I've
up
already
there.
determined since Mike's not here. Are we live? Oh, wait.
Yes.
Yep.
Like actually people hearing us.
Yep.
Okay. Since Mike can't make it tonight, I have a specific spot where we're going to stop, regardless of how long it takes you to get there, unless it
takes 2 hours.
if it's 2 hours, then it will stop at 2 hours. But I don't think it's going to go that long. I don't know. We'll see. I'll add more as we go along. Progress the story because, I'll tell you when you get there. So,
I'm on the edge of my seat.
you don't need the whole thing, just the edge.
Oh my gosh, I'm on episode 70 in my listen through, and we've just Have you met Crazy Jared yet?
No, I think I just started 70 this morning.
King Jared.
So I'm still during the banter phase of 70.
Okay. But yeah, at some point that we were telling stories to him, and that's what Mike said. Mike's like, "You paid for the whole seat, but you only need the edge."
You only need the edge.
Yeah. And we've talked about. Oh, crap! There was some movie we've talked about like 4 times. I don't remember what it was. It's not Alien because that's just that one that's a given by now. There's Cowart. There's Papa Zero Cool. Are we on the big screen again tonight, Papa Zero Cool?
Here.
Hey, Cowart. This is going to be kind of a chill, relaxed one for me, actually.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so I can just sit back and play with chat while y'all do stuff.
Excellent. Yes, and yes, we are on the big screen.
And I may call him Papa.
I've been cataloging all my Dragon and Dungeon magazines all day today so that I can put them on eBay and sell them. And I'll tell you what, that's been a major pain in my butt. It's taken a long, long time.
What are you individually or in batches or?
So the Dungeon magazines, I've already put up on eBay, all of them.
Mm-hmm.
One basket. There's I've got 60 of them.
Okay.
So one giant lot for that. I've got probably 200 Dragon magazines, and so I think I'm doing those in batches. Because I don't think anybody's going to want to pay a massive amount for all of them that I have.
I mean, there are some completionists out there that'll be like, "Ooh, it's all of them," or it's 60 of them or something. I mean,
well, I've got a fairly continuous run from 110 through 190.
Okay.
And that's the 80s. And there's a big old gap, and then I've got some more in the 200s, and I've got a couple that are pre-50, number 31 and 45, and all some of the old stuff. So it just depends, I'm looking and checking prices and figuring out the best way to sell them for profit.
Have you thought about going by one of the friendly, what do they call them, friendly neighborhood gaming stores and seeing if they'll buy them?
I haven't. I didn't think that they would buy those things. The only thing I thought of was McKay, and they pay you literally pennies on the dollar for anything anymore. It's just ridiculous. They don't pay you anything.
It's true.
I didn't even consider gaming stores. Honestly, I'm downsizing because I plan on moving when this lease is up.
Okay.
But I'm switching hobbies, so I'm getting rid of Dragon stuff and I'm picking up Magic stuff. And I could put all my Magic stuff in a box this big versus 300 magazines is a couple of trees, so it's a bit harder to move around. Cowart, I don't have an eBay store, but I tell you what, I mean, I don't know how that works. I've sold a lot of stuff on eBay. I've got 200 sales.
I mean, you could just send him the link in Discord. Once you get the link
that
together.
is, you know what? Big brain. I'll do that. I'll shoot you the link after we're done recording. Maybe tomorrow.
You could include a link in the show notes too for people that listen to the podcast. Maybe they'll be interested in picking up some of what you're throwing down.
Months and years later,
Yeah, right.
you get a message, 4 years from now. So, are those Dragon magazines still available?
God, I hope not. Honestly, I've already decided. Like, if I can't sell them by the time I move, I am going to go to McKay's and just get what I get.
Yeah.
Like, I've got a shelf
Rather
of
be rid
crap
of them.
that I'd like to get rid of, and I just don't want to carry it around.
Okay.
I get everything digital. Like, I don't need. I've got an iPad that's got all this crap plus 10 times more, all in one iPad. So I don't know. I'm very progressive.
So modern.
I'm a modern man.
I've been trying to clean out some stuff too, and oh my goodness, I've tried to do it on Facebook Marketplace, and the things like the people. I mean, I put it up. The description. Used such and such. Like I've got a Quest 1, an Oculus Quest 1 that I want to sell, and I've got it listed. It says Quest 1's used. Still, my account's still attached to it, so you can try it. Then I'll reset it, and at the bottom, cash only, no shipping, no trades. Will meet in West Knoxville or Knoxville City. I don't remember what I put on there, but anyway, we'll meet locally. And every single person that has contacted me is like, "Oh, can you drive to Nashville, or could you meet me in Atlanta?" Or
What about shipping? Are you willing to ship?
no shipping.
No shipping. It's in,
Well,
it's in the.
Is it
in
too
the
big to
description.
ship?
No, I just don't want to have to deal with it, because then I have to do payment over some sort of service.
I got you.
Yeah,
I'm the same way on
connect your
Facebook
account.
Marketplace.
Yeah, you got to attach your bank or whatever to it so that they can deal with you directly.
So it just so happens I was perusing Marketplace today, and I'm not sure if this was Knoxville, but there was a picture of a guy holding his hand, and there were 3 little beans in it, and he was selling magic beans for
Stop.
$100. I did not click.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Serious
I hope
inquiries
he
only.
sells them.
Right.
Yeah, serious buyers only.
It's funny. Like some things I'll put on there, and it's immediate, like an hour, and I've got somebody ready to meet up, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave, and I'm leaving now, and if I don't hear from them when I say I'm leaving, or when they should be leaving, to meet, then I just don't go.
Yeah,
but it's
I've got mine set to 100-mile radius. Because I don't mind short little road trips.
Yeah.
It's just like an excuse to drive, and also you get 100-mile radius is a lot of area. You find better, like find more of what you need or what you're looking for. I guess bigger area, obviously. But it's so weird to some of the places that show up that are within 100 miles. I'm like, God, I thought that was like 8 hours away, and it's 67 miles. I'm like, geez, I live in a small world.
Well, I mean, what was I trying to sell the other day? But I had 2 people that were back and forth, and they were like, "Oh, I want," and they just neither one of them just completely stopped. I was like, this might have been the same person. I have no idea, but it was uncanny that they both just ignored me from. I don't know. Maybe I said something in my teeth.
So this has been a couple of months ago, but I found this one young girl. She looked like she was in her early 20s on the picture, and she had posted on Marketplace from Teleco, from Marketbook, from Teleco, and she had a picture of like a giant plastic, I guess clothespin or something like that, just filled to the top with magic singles.
Oh.
And she's like, I just want to get rid of these. I'm like, I just want to buy those.
I just want to buy them.
I just immediately, as soon as I saw them, I'm like, yes, I'll come get them. And I mean, Teleco, what, 45 hour away, no big deal.
Yeah.
I could not, like, I'd say I'm going to get it. She's like, great, I can't today. I'll do it tomorrow. Like this went on for weeks, and then I would say something, and she wouldn't respond for like 3 or 4 days. Like, are you really? So I got the feeling that she got pissed at somebody, grabbed the magic cards, stuck them in the dumpster, and like, I'm going to sell these because she was selling them for nothing. But they didn't look like, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but it was just this. It looked like about a 3 or 4 gallon bucket of just cards. It was, I mean, it was like $30. Like, okay,
wow.
here, I'll throw $30 at you and just see what's in there.
Yeah.
But she never would come through with it. Really disappointed. There are a lot of scams, Cowart, on Facebook Marketplace. I know a lot of them are, and sometimes I feel like some of the crap's stolen. Like, I'm selling these 5 different open packs of $100 cards for $350. I'm like, you're going to jail.
Cowart said he tries to keep an eye out for Legos. Oh my gosh, the Lego, like, what is it, flippers and stuff like that are just, I mean, they are relentless. You can go in there, and I was trying to find some of the like the botanical ones, and I found a lady who was selling 3 of them with got the little bonsai tree and like wildflowers and one of the other ones, I don't remember what it is, but it's like a centerpiece. And
is this Legos?
Yeah, Legos. But they wanted to meet her, and she's like, "Oh, I'll be here at 4:30," and I got there, 4:15, a little early. Sat there at 4:30, and I was like, I'm in the entrance to the left, and I saw this card, right? This old beat up Suburban just drive past me. I was like, I bet that's them. And I sent another message. It's like, here in the gray car. I drove around the other side of the parking lot like twice. I was like, that's gotta be them. And then they parked right across from me. And then I was looking at the messenger, and it said it went from sent to seen. And then the person goes from the driver's side on the other side, and I was like, I mean, I don't get it. It's really funny. But yeah, there's like 3 unopened boxes, and she's like, if you ever need any Legos, just let me know. My son's collecting them, and now he doesn't want them anymore. And I was like, okay.
I see a lot of people trading for Legos. Like, don't want to sell it, but will trade for Legos.
Yeah.
Is it got like the same value as Tide has for the homeless community? Like, there are some urban areas where they have to put Tide back behind, specifically Tide, back behind the register or closed off because it gets stolen 10 times more than anything else because it's used as a currency on the street.
Really?
What?
Yeah, I was reading about that. It was really, really odd. Like this whole underground Tide network. I don't know.
That's crazy.
Are they using it to wash things?
I think so. I really, really think so, because that was part of the article, was trying to figure out if there's any kind of drug or something that you can nefariously make out of it. And no, I think they're just like washing their socks. I don't know. It was just a short article and didn't have a whole lot of references, so I didn't give it too much. But look up Tide theft in urban areas, see what you can come up with. It's kind of interesting. So, Cowart and Papa, if you haven't noticed already, Mike will not be joining us tonight. He couldn't make it. He had other things he had to take care of. So we're going to roll with this and get as far as we can get, and I'll figure out. I have decided a point at which we are going to stop if you make it there before 2 hours. And obviously, if it's 2 hours, we'll just cut it, and we'll start back next week. But that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I've already created the new map. So this map that we're about to see on Twitch, there it is. This is the map of the room that you guys literally just, like, the door opened and you saw it. It was, I'll tell you what, let me give you the flavor again.
Ooh, flavor.
So it's dimly lit from the ceilings, but it's more of a shadow light. So there's dim light in this room throughout.
Spectro approves.
Yes. The ceiling of this room forms a four-sided dome, much like an inverted pyramid. The apex of the dome is 30 feet off the ground. An odd 10-foot wide pentagonal mirror hangs on the western wall. You can see there is a sign that says West, from where it casts a dark reflection of the room. This reflection is distorted in an unsettling way and dotted with shimmering starlight pinpoints of white light. A single chair of white stone with triple armrests sits in the middle of the room facing the mirror. A colorful hexagonal diagram is engraved in the floor surrounding the mirror. That's your flavor.
It's surrounding the mirror or the throne?
Surrounding the mirror. So it's just, it's, you know what? It may be that the room is showing what the diagram is around the mirror. That might be what it is. Because it doesn't say anything about the floor, and the DM text really sucks describing this room. I'm going to tell you what, it took me a good, I mean, and we're talking like a page and a half of text, not a whole lot, to figure out what the hell is going on in this place. So I'm going to give you guys a lot of leeway because I read it and I'm still like, how the hell are they supposed to do this? So anyway,
can you hit us one more time with that, or at least the highlights?
The
flavor.
The flavor. I'll just read the whole thing.
Okay.
The ceiling of the room forms a 4-foot sided. The ceiling in this room forms a 4-sided dome, much like an inverted pyramid. The apex of the dome is 30 feet off the ground. An odd 10-foot wide pentagonal mirror hangs on the west wall, from where it casts a dark reflection of the room. This reflection is distorted in an unsettling way and dotted with shimmering star-like pinpoints of white light. A single chair of white stone with triple armrests sits in the middle of the room facing the mirror. A colorful hexagonal diagram is engraved in the floor surrounding the mirror. I think the error is in
should be around the throne.
Around the throne.
Yeah. That makes more sense.
The throne.
It does make more sense.
It makes a lot more sense. So, picture is right. The words are not.
You don't need no stinking words. Okay.
So is this the room we left off in?
Yes.
Okay, so we haven't.
So the previous map, it doesn't show any of this. It's just
gotcha.
Blank room. So that's why I've got this new map up, because it's better information. Those are 5-foot squares, by the way. So it's not a huge room. It's what, 30 by 30. And the colors are correct. You know, you got the throne surrounded by this pentagonal engraving facing this mirror, and the mirror, I guess, the warped. Well, you know what? You guys are still in the hallway.
I have one mathematical correction.
All right.
That's hexagonal.
5?
5 is pentagonal. What we're seeing is hexagonal. 6.
Mhm.
Yeah, he said the mirror was pentagonal.
Oh, the mirror is
The
pentagonal.
colorful hexagonal. I may have said the 6-sided diagram is engraved on the floor. The mirror is 5-sided.
Yeah.
Okay.
For those
Okay.
that don't know Latin
Okay.
or
So-
whatever language that is, it's Latin, right? Penta, hexa, nona. Anyway, the image is correct.
Okay.
The map
Okay.
is correct.
All right. Farazan is still facing the south from the three witches' room.
Yeah, you're in the long hallway.
And so he's kind of doing rear guard, slowly backing up. So
Like towards this room?
yeah, he's just keeping an eye to the south to make sure no unwanted guests come down the hall.
Nothing. You all enter that long hallway, and as soon as you guys are through the door and it shuts, you see nothing else.
So if Spectro's looking in this room, he doesn't see any living creatures on the floor, ceiling, walls.
Give me a perception check.
Yeah, right. Natural 1, but my passive is wait. Why did that roll twice? No, it didn't. That's weird. I guess Beyond D&D Beyond just farted. So 19.
19. No. This actually, you don't think there's been anybody really in this room for quite some time.
All right. Looking in here, based on that description too, Spectre is going to get the inkling that this has got to do with the magic stuff, and that's not something that he's very well versed in. But he knows that there's somebody in the party that is.
Khaldun.
So he pings Alma in telechat. He's like, "This looks like it's more up your alley than mine, but nothing's in there that I can see."
Okay, I'll step in. I'll just go in.
All right. What you doing? You walk inside and nothing changes.
Okay. Do I passively perceive anything interesting in here?
So what I was going to say earlier before I said you guys hadn't really stepped in the room, you get a look. You step into the room and you start looking around, avoiding stepping on stuff. I get it. You're a paranoid player, so you're not stepping on the diagram. You're not sitting in the chair. And nobody touched nothing. I mean, you're pulling the
Yeah.
You're pulling the sergeant from Aliens.
Yeah.
But as you're looking around, checking things out, you start to realize that the unsettling reflection in the mirror is because the mirror kind of not shimmers, but it flows. It doesn't look like a solid mirror. It's not like a massive wave, but it's enough to where you notice it when you get a little closer.
It's
Okay.
kind of set up like the THX commercial, you know? Yeah, where the dude's like in that little armchair and he gets blasted backwards
Yeah,
by the sound.
yeah.
That's kind of how this room is set up a bit.
That's old school.
Similar kind
And those
of
are the
chair and everything.
speakers all around him.
When you first started describing, it's like it's a man cave. There's the big screen, and he's got the throne.
Recliner.
Yeah,
A
he's got the-
chair.
yeah, surround sound with all the colorful
Shelf.
speakers.
With a photo, maybe.
Oh,
I get the right layer. There we go. Bam.
Ooh.
That looks good also.
Ooh,
Okay.
very cool.
That might be easier to kind of give you an idea versus the overhead drawing.
Okay.
very-
Can I investigate the mirror?
Sure. Tell me what you're looking for. What's on your mind?
Just to see if Alma knows what it is, or notice anything distinctive about it, maybe.
Okay. In that case, give me an Arcana check.
Well, that's the same modifier, so here we go.
All right. What were you wanting
All
to use?
right. Oh, I just
Nice.
figured you were doing investigation, but I have
Okay.
a +1 in both, so.
Okay. 20
Here's
in
a 20.
Arcana. So it's a portal. Definitely, like without a shadow of a doubt, it's a portal.
Okay.
To where, by who, all these kind of details, you're not sure.
Okay.
But with your just knowledge of magic at this point, and your reading and access to that library with Jinya that you've been using for years, yeah,
Mhm.
this looks like, Portal 101. This is what a portal looks like. This is a portal.
Okay. Hey guys, there's a portal over here.
To where? Farazan
know.
calls from the hallway.
I don't
So
know.
that's the thing, you can't tell because there's absolutely no indication, like around the edges of the 5-sided mirror. They're looking at that image again. It's just bam.
Okay.
There's no etchings. There's no descriptives around the mirror itself. The writing on the chair that you see
Mhm. Yeah.
resembles very much that hegemonic plate that you've been using for a map. On the other side, with a drawing of this, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
With
This
the
Yep.
Okay.
oh,
They would
somebody
also
tried.
require 3 sets of armrests.
Right.
Man, somebody was taking a picture of that. They put their thumb in the way.
So let me tell you about this picture. All right? I just want to explain the links I went to get this nice straight up, because I don't know if you remember or not, but the original picture is off kilter. It shows
Mhm.
the front and the back, but it shows a whole ass hand holding this thing. and the other side's held up by like a palm or something like that.
Mhm.
So I took that picture.
Mhm.
I took it to art shop 101 thing. I scrubbed out all the excess crap I didn't want, including the other side of the plate. I took my phone with OneNote, took a photo of it to make it straight, cropped everything around it, and then saved it, which straightens it up and makes it perfectly rectangular. I saved that to my computer into a drive, into a folder, my Age of Heroes folder, and then dragged that over to this map and put it on the DM's layer so that I could simply show it to you like this. As
You did all that for us.
I did, just for you.
Wow. Good DM.
The yes, it looks. I was gonna say it does look like they have a few more digital artifacts in it now, but it's a much better view of it. I like it.
Yes,
The person. Oh, in this picture, they have on the right hand side, thinking about the people online, on the hegemonic plate on the right hand side, there's a vertical column with one of these 3-armed creatures. And do we know what they are?
6-armed.
3 sets of armed creatures.
Yeah.
We're having numerical difficulties. Did you hear us tonight?
They're hexagonal arms.
Yeah. Did we know what they are, right? We've been told what they are. I forget. Notes. Consult the notes.
I don't know what they are.
Consult the mic.
I
Yeah.
know Mike's not here. Mike Prime,
Yeah.
the other one.
It's our note guy.
So I don't remember whether or not. I mean, you guys have seen this image, and you've seen like the remnants of their passing having been here at one point, and you see you've seen these other rooms with these 6-armed rested chairs and weird design and things like that, and this hegemonic plate, you're seeing all this language, but there's not really a name to the face.
Is that thing on the
If I'm
top
not
left?
mistaken.
Does that look like this chair, kind of, at all? Or is that some sort of building?
Let me see. I need to blow it back up.
Looks like. well,
No, the chair has 2 columns on either side. And that one's. Sorry, my stuff is all.
It might actually resemble it. Let's look at this. Nope. But it could be an artistic representation of it.
Okay.
It does look like a throne to me. It just
Yeah.
doesn't look like the throne in that other picture.
Yeah. Makes sense. I follow you.
You're downloading what he's uploading.
Yeah.
Um,
What about this stuff on the floor, Alma? Does this look familiar? Is it astrological or astronomical?
Let's
No,
see if I know.
go for it. Give me an astronomy check.
Spellweavers.
Spellweavers. Okay, I wasn't sure if I mentioned the name or not. I didn't want to say it if I hadn't. So the Spellweavers essentially disappeared about the time of Surabar.
Right.
And that kind of stuff.
Sorry, I'm switching scenes for just a second. My Chrome went goofy, so I've got to reload Roll20.
Okay.
We'll be back to the map scene in just a moment.
Accessing. So it's just those 6 different, and the colors are there. Like those,
Mhm.
the other map is gray. It's grayscale, so you don't see the different colors. But it does have these 6 colors around the throne.
The other map also didn't seem to have these little triangles kind of on it. So I don't know if that'll be important later or not.
Mm-mm.
Between the circles.
Yeah, I feel like that gray drawing is just give you an idea of what you're seeing, because it's not showing colors. It's not showing
It's not shown to scale if the
either.
squares are correct.
Yeah, because it's just a representation of how the room looks.
Gotcha.
Go by the map rather than that picture. How about that? Like I
Alright.
said, I'm going to help you guys a little bit because, God Almighty.
Do we
Okay.
wait for one of these to light up and then we jump on it and then that first one lights up and another one lights up.
Kind of like
You have
Simon Says.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it'd be
Simon.
fun.
It's
We
just
won't
a
know
big-
until you try.
It's just a big game of Simon. Well, I have to wait for one of them to light up then first.
But what happens when you miss it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Is there a doorway between the hallway and this room, or is it just open?
There is a door. It's one of those automatic doors, and since somebody's still standing there, has stayed open. You've
Okay.
watched other doors, and they shut once you get about 5 feet away.
Yeah, I moved.
Okay.
I moved in. I'm looking at this thing on the ground, asking Alma questions about it. She
Okay.
was quick to identify the portal.
Yeah. Once everybody's inside, Farazan will come through. He's gonna start looking around.
Okay.
Um,
And just like normal, once everybody's about 5 feet away from it, it just slowly closes.
mhm. Mhm.
Shh.
Does anything in the room change when it does?
Nope.
All right. So
No.
about this giant game of Simon on the floor.
Have you been able to determine anything else, Alma?
No. Do you want me to do a separate check for the ground?
What are you? What are you thinking?
I don't know. Maybe like a. I feel like we're maybe making this too complicated. Do we want to go through this portal or not?
I mean, you can tie a rope on my leg and I'll jump through there.
Is that how it works?
I don't know. I'm just thinking if I give 2 tugs, you pull me back.
Okay.
Now that Farazan's in the room, that you said that there were points of light, kind of in the room, like in the reflection of the room, or is it just like it's on the mirror?
It is coming from the mirror, and
Like
that
it's
is
shimmering.
it's part of the shimmering. Yeah.
Okay. So it doesn't
So it-
like if you're standing there, it doesn't look like there's a sprite or
Constellation.
yeah. Okay.
And
Okay.
that light, the colors on the ground, those are painted or some sort of stone or maybe even a precious stone to give it color. Those are not glowing in any way.
Sure.
Okay.
And they basically, besides the color, they match the stonework completely. So those are etchings in the ground.
Okay.
So much for my Simon idea.
Farazan kind of, furrows his brow and he starts to kind of walk up.
Giving you guys a hint.
Yep.
Okay. This
Like I
thing
said.
is the hint.
The right side of this thing that nobody has really talked about is the hint.
Yeah. I was actually when my Chrome messed up and I was trying to find the name of the Spellweavers. I was actually in the middle of talking about that.
Okay, continue.
So on the right hand side of the hegemonic plate, we've got one of the Spellweavers. The upper set of arms is doing the touchdown
Goal!
symbol, and in between the hands is a pentagon shaped with pentagon shape with star kind of motes in it.
Mhm.
And then there's a horizontal section with 6 rectangles all above this Spellweaver's head. The middle arms are crossed with looks like the left side of their armpits is unshaven on that one side. And the lower arms are holding in front of its thighs or pelvic area an orb of some sort or a circle of some sort.
So the circle in the lower set of the bottom set of arms holding a circle, that looks like a theme throughout all the artwork you've seen
okay.
of the Spellweavers.
Okay.
And it's that is more like a fashion thing.
Okay.
Can you share that picture again, please?
Which one?
The one of the tablet or the plate or whatever.
Yeah.
I clicked off of it. Okay.
Yeah, there are 2 other smaller sections on the left-hand side. The top one has some sort of building or castle. The middle section has one of the spellweavers with 3 humanoid type figures holding something over their heads. And then the bottom one has a spellweaver and 3 people with somewhat rectangular things on their backs. So there are 6 things, 6 rectangles on the left-hand side that look like they are being brought. And there are 6 rectangles in the right-hand side.
It's hard to tell in this picture. I'm trying to zoom in some, but the 6 rectangles up underneath the pentagon, they have a series of dots beneath them.
Mm-hmm.
The first one has 3.
Ooh.
Oh, there we go. I was going to say the first one and the last 3 were easy to tell, but thank you, Matt. So the first one has 3, second one has 4, third one has a solid line underneath it, and then the last 3 are 1, 2, and 3 dots respectively.
Right. We've got a puzzle of some sort.
Great.
Of some sort. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Like I said, I read this thing 3 or 4 times before I grasped what it was they were wanting you to do. So just keep talking out loud, and I will give you way more than I should. Or else this will take weeks.
Yeah.
It's not an obvious puzzle at all.
Okay. Is there anything in the
It's
room?
kind of neat once you figure it out,
Yeah.
but it's just not obvious at all.
Is there? Can we see the drawing of the room again?
So, yes, but
Okay.
don't use this as good information, right? The map
Okay.
is your best information.
Okay.
This is just kind of like you step into the room and this is how it would look in dark vision, right? It's black and white. You don't see color. It's dark in here, so this would be a dark vision version of the room. Bob Cool, you're
But,
not
yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
If it comes to it, it will be some intelligence checks by this 19 intelligence giant we have in the room.
Mhm. That's the thing. Is like I'm trying to rack my brain here, so I don't have to meta.
Well, we have to
Metagame
start
it.
somewhere, right? So one of these colors is the first thing that you do something to, right?
Okay. Yes. The first color is what you have to determine.
So red starts the rainbow. So that's
It
where
is in Roy G. Biv. I was
Oh.
looking at that too.
yeah.
Okay.
So I would say red is got to be the starting point because that's what starts the rainbow. That's going to be my guess. I'm going to touch it.
Oh wait. So if red is number 1, but the rectangles starts with 3 dots.
So then it starts with the third one.
That's my guess.
So let's go. I clicked
That's
off
a
of
good
that
call.
one with the dots. It's 3 dots. What are the second and third ones? I know last 3 are 1, 2, and 3.
It's a line. It's a
It's-
line underneath it.
Is
It's
the
3
second one?
dots. The first one is 3 dots. The second one is 4 dots. The third one is 1 long dot.
Okay, that's what I was looking for. Thank you.
So when you're looking at that,
Oh, there's 2
Um,
3s.
Yeah,
right?
the
So
first and last.
you've got 3, 4, a line that completely fills it, and then 1, 2, 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to try something.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go for it. So,
Okay.
I don't know if this is gonna do anything, or Alma might look really silly, and it might be a bad idea. But I'm gonna treat them as hops.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go to the red one, hop 3 times, orange one 4 times, stand on the yellow, hop once on the green, hop twice on the blue, and hop twice on the purple, or hop 3 times on the purple.
Worth a shot.
Okay. That's absolutely worth a shot.
I don't know.
So it doesn't. Nothing changes. But you're intuitively thinking I'm on the right track. This hegemonic plate, this 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3 seems to be important with these colors, but it's not affected. Messing with what's on the ground feels like it's more of a clue rather than the puzzle itself. So
oh, I'm
Oh,
spent.
you're doing good. You're doing good.
the mirror is a pentagon, so it's got 5 points.
Uh-huh.
right? So we're working with 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the line could be just 5.
That's what
Right.
you think the line is,
Okay.
because there's no more room for a fifth, right?
Mhm.
So,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then looking at the language and on the plate, and then on the back of this throne, you can just kind of piece together that would be representing the number 5.
Yeah. Okay. And nothing like whatever when she was hopping around, it's no pressure plates or anything like that.
Nope, no clicking, no changes in nothing. Nothing happened at all.
And the okay, so she's stepped on them at this point.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so Fairzone's
hot.
gonna walk over to just he's at the green ones, or yeah, he's at the green one. So he's gonna kneel down and just kind of investigate it, see if there's any gaps around it. Does it move? Does it spin? Can he lift it?
Well, you said the right word. Investigate.
Yep. Hopefully that'll do something. I'm going to spend my inspiration that we get at the beginning
Don't
of
do
everything.
that. Don't do that.
Okay. I'm not spending my
I'll give you a
inspiration.
little
Doesn't
hint.
matter.
Don't
Okay.
waste your inspiration on that.
I give
Okay.
you
Take
guidance.
back my attaboy.
Guidance would work.
I give you guidance.
Oh, I've got guidance. Okay.
You're
Go
right.
ahead and roll it.
Oop.
Let me add the D4. 7.
Okay, 7. So 7 is not a bad number in 5e, right?
Uh-huh.
Let it go.
So you get down there. I've been claiming this for like 2 years, but it's not right. If you compare 5e numbers to third edition or Pathfinder, a 7 is about a 15 on that scale, which is not a bad roll. So you're down there, you're looking at it, you're inspecting, and a 7 is enough to tell you that it is flush. It is absolutely carved out of the stone floor, and has later been colored afterwards. So
Okay.
even like chip a little paint off and see that there's stone underneath, completely solid. There's no rim. There's no space in between. It's just almost just etched out.
Okay.
And all 6 of them, you take your time to look at them. They're all 6 just visual stuff. There's no movement. There's no spaces. There's nothing like that.
Okay. Hmm.
Would it be cheating to commune? Just ask
Absolutely
God.
not. Oh my God, I've been waiting for you to say it.
I'll do it.
And detect magic,
I don't have detect magic.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
Fairzone's. Yeah.
that was Khaldun's shtick. I
Oh,
forgot.
that's not true. I do have it. I'll cast detect magic.
All right.
Shoot.
So start with that.
Can I
it's a
cast it as a ritual?
Absolutely. It's a
Okay.
ritual spell.
Fairzone leans down to Spectra. I know what's going on here. I've seen this before.
I really thought I didn't have that, or I would have already used it. I just saw it on my spell list. Anyway, okay,
So
I'll do that.
while everybody's checking things out, you cast detect magic, and the only thing that's glowing in this room, besides the light in the ceiling, which you've seen that before, those little discs that you've seen throughout this area of this
Mhm.
little area, the portal itself is glowing, and it is transmutation. It is a portal. It is going to take you somewhere if you step through.
Oh,
There's no other magic. Nothing. The throne, the etching, nothing else. The door, very, very minor, but you assume, you figured that that's got to do with the movement.
right. That's
how
what
it
it's
works.
controlling it.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So maybe they're just. I feel like I didn't take the right thing from that.
There's like these numbers are kind of in sequence if you think of them as like a circle or even like a contiguous shape, right? 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. I wonder if there's some sort of like tracing to it. Like that,
What's-
like if you traced, like if you had a number, a shape that was 5-sided, like we're looking at, and you start at 3 and you went to 4, 5, and then 1, 2, and then back to 3, that would be that whole shape. It would be like touching all the sides. So there's a sequence to these numbers, is what I'm saying.
But if nothing else in here is magic, then is there like even a puzzle that we need to do? Can we not just go through the portal?
Farazan,
ahead.
before we do that, maybe it's mechanical. So maybe there's a mechanical component to this, but we haven't gotten close to the chair yet.
That's
So
true.
Farazan says, I think the only other thing that we need to look at closely is this chair. And so he will step into the circle and start walking around here. I'll move him
Like a
here.
dog before it sits.
Yes.
He's sniffing
yes.
around.
He is going to walk around, and he says, Alma, you did not detect any magic on this chair, this throne.
No.
Okay. Then whatever it is must be mundane in nature, and since I am likely the most resilient person, I will take a look. So, would you like another investigation for me or perception to check the chair?
Investigation works
Okay.
since you're actually getting and touching and
Yeah.
Well, I
He's
don't know if you
starting
touch it or
poking.
not, but your investigation.
Oh, I know what he'll do. In his painter's kit, he's going to pull out a brush and start doing the little, brushing at it.
archaeologist?
Yeah, like yeah.
Testing it out.
Oh, I thought you were going to start tagging this throne that's 800 years old.
pulls out a trowel
Farazan was
and
here.
a wide brimmed hat and a bullwhip.
Alma, are you casting
Guidance.
commune? Oh, and
Not
guidance,
yet.
whatever.
I guess
Okay.
I'll wait. I'll give him guidance, but I'll wait for that to see what he finds out.
All right.
One more investigation check here.
I guess I could start ritual casting it while he's doing this.
Oh, I clicked it twice, but it's 12,
12 plus
and I'll add the guidance is 3, so 17.
3 plus 12 is
That's
15.
not math.
Nope.
15.
The math ain't method.
Wow. Oh my
Some
gosh.
numbers day.
Just trying to win. I get it.
I mean, I have
so
no
you-
idea what's going on.
You investigate in, around, on the throne. The biggest thing you take away from doing a very good investigation is that you realize. I think I've already said it, and I've told it. Good lord, sorry guys, I'm burping like crazy. The hegemonic plate and the language on this throne are identical. You can see. I mean, you know that this plate was created, designed by these spell weavers, and that there is a little bit of an indication in the throne that refers to this hegemonic plate as kind of a key.
Right.
I mean, the word for it, not key is in like lock a key,
Like a
but-
legend.
yeah, like a legend. But it's a weird language, so it's like key legend. I'm not sure how this translates.
Okay. Pull out the plate.
Okay.
We've got
You want
the
to see it again?
I'm gonna save it this time.
I'll pop it up anytime you guys want to. But can we put it in Discord? I can do that.
we've got an old version of it in Discord, but yeah, that'd be great.
I can do that.
A lesser
Like I said,
quality
I'm
one.
just sitting back, letting you guys do all the work this particular episode.
Mm-hmm. All right. Does the plate seem to fit into anything on the the chair there?
No. Again, the word key was more
Yeah, you're
ephemeral
right.
than
You're
yeah.
right. Okay.
All right, I have uploaded that picture into our Discord.
Anything on the edges of the plate?
No,
Okay.
they're smooth. And on the backside, I've got the map, but the backside's just the map is the map of the area
Mm-hmm.
that brought you to this area. Alma, did you say you were? What were you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna commune.
Okay, so you commune. It takes him some time to look at the language and kind of compare his notes and go back and forth with the plate and the throne. Your commune is complete. The ritual is done.
I mean,
would
I
you-
could just
what
be
would you like
outright,
to
you
ask?
know. How do we solve this puzzle? I'll just ask.
Okay, so
I love
the
it.
first question to Baori. Sorry, I'm reading Discord. I shouldn't do that while I'm recording. Your first question is, how do I solve this puzzle? Okay.
Or maybe just a hint.
No,
just a hint.
the response is step through the portal.
Oh, I knew it. I solved this earlier.
2 more questions.
Oh, isn't that guy's name is Alec?
Percival?
Is he on the other
Yes.
side? Okay, I'm good.
No,
All right,
I'm joking. I'm
I'll
joking.
save my last. What?
You
Stop, Joe.
said isn't his name Alex? She's yes.
Oh no.
No, I'm joking. I'm not
I take
pulling
it
the
back.
D&D Speak with Dead. What was your question? Sorry, I interrupted you.
I was asking if Alec was on the other side.
Not like you think.
Okay.
One more question.
Knock,
I don't
knock,
know what
knock.
is that?
Knock, knock. Who's there? Interrupting God. Interrupting God. Yes.
Yes. Can I have a second level spell slot back?
Tomorrow.
Damn. Okay, I'm good. You miss all the shots you don't take. I'll
You know
just-
what? You're right. You're absolutely right.
I'll snap back into it and say, God says to go through the portal, so I'm going through the portal, and I go through the portal.
All right, Alma. You walk up to the portal. You put your hand through, kind of like Stargate. Like, ooh, this is weird. Blah, and you get sucked into it.
Okay.
Alma disappears.
Should
Farazan's
So-
going after her.
let's slow down time just for a second, so
Okay.
because we've got 2 different things going on at the same time. Alma, you step in through the portal, and you are immediately transported into a small-ish, 25 by 25, so not tiny, hexagonal. 5-sided.
pentagonal.
Thank you.
Pentagonal.
I got too many hexes and pentas in my head. Pentagonal room, and I would like for you to roll me a 1d6.
Six.
6. You step into this pentagonal room, about the right size. You're directly in the center, and there is a violet glow to this room. And in every single one of the 5 walls are 5 different colors except violet. There's a red, orange, yellow, green, and blue, but there's not a violet color.
Mhm. The
Okay.
room is violet, though.
The room she is in is
Yeah.
is glowing. It's brightly lit. You can see fine. You can see everything around you, but there's just a violet tint to the light.
Gotcha. Should we go in after her, or do we?
Yeah, Farazan's going.
So
We
real quick,
should have
let's-
gone with the tie a rope on me and let me go.
let's let Alma react first.
Okay.
Okay, so one more time. There's a violet glow to the room. All of the other colors are lit except for the violet.
So there is a portal. There's a 5-sided portal in every wall, all 5 walls, and all 5 of the portals are, orange, yellow. Let's see, red, orange, yellow, green, and blue. And your room is indigo.
Okay. I actually can I is there anything else in this room besides so there's 5 more
There's
5 more portals.
5 more portals, and there's nothing else. There's no engravings. This is a stark, blank, barren, Spartan room, except for the 5 portals and the color of the room, hazy color.
Okay, I think it's not generally in Alma's nature to just go and do something like that, but she just did it because God said. So I think that I would hopefully intuit that they're going to follow after it. I'm just going to wait
Okay.
and hope that they show up.
All right. We're going to put you on pause then for just a
Yeah.
few minutes, okay?
That's fine.
All right. Back to you guys. Alma has left the building.
Can I ask a question on Rachel's behalf?
Maybe.
What color was the portal that she came through?
She appeared right in the center of the room.
Oh, okay.
There was not just teleported.
Okay.
And I'm telling you this because you just said you're about to step through. In efforts of not saying the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Farazan looks at the other two and says, "She's made her choice. We have to go after her." And Farazan's going to go.
All right. Let's slow
Petra's
back
gonna
time
grumble
again.
about the tying the rope on the foot thing, but he'll follow too.
So Farazan, you step through. Roll me a D6.
Yeah, crap. Ooh, can I do one of these?
As long as it's 6 sided.
2?
2. All right. So you step through and you are in exactly what I described to Rachel about her room, except your room is orange and the other colors are red, yellow, green, blue, and indigo. Does that make sense? It's got a glow to an orange tint, and
Mhm.
all the other portals have these other colors.
Yes.
And he doesn't see Alma.
No, you're completely alone.
Okay.
He shouts, "Alma!"
And Alma, Spetro, and Tarathiel, you all hear kind of like the voice of God, but really faint. You hear Farazan scream, "Alma!" But you barely hear it. It's not like he's right next to you.
Oh,
right.
cool.
Okay, I've got an idea, but I can pause here.
Okay, so Spetro, you're approaching this this portal. Like Farazan goes through, and all of a sudden you hear him say, "Alma!" and it comes through the portal.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Are we gaming that that Tarathiel's in the room with me, or is he just not here right now?
So what my plan is for Tarathiel today is when you guys figure it out, you tell him how to come through.
Okay.
So he's waiting behind to make sure he doesn't need to, and he's yelling back and forth, but the mental thing for the
Mhm.
two that have stepped through the portal, that you're no longer
Yeah.
connected.
Okay.
So when you three figure it out, you can just yell through the portal, "Hey, do this," and Tarathiel will come behind you.
Okay. Spetro then is gonna take some rope out of his inventory. And he's gonna tie some onto his own leg, and then he's gonna tie it around some part of the chair.
Okay.
And
Around
then
the
he
chair.
will walk through. Yeah.
Okay. So,
He's grumbling
uh,
about the rope trick the whole time.
True. You step through,
I was
and
down.
first roll me a d6.
I'm just gonna roll like damage and just don't use the modifier.
Okay.
So 4. What was that?
That's a
Oh,
D8.
it just says 9.
It's a
D6.
5. It's a
5.
5.
So 5. You step through, and the room that you're in is blue tinted, and the other 5 mirrors are red, orange, yellow, green, and indigo. And the rope around your leg is cut off right behind your heel. Like as you step through, it sliced.
That was
And
perfectly
Tarathiel's
good
like-
rope.
Rats.
Let's see if I can pull it right there. Oi, the rope was cut.
Pick it up. I want that back.
Mike, we apologize. I apologize.
On behalf.
Cracky.
So I can't. Looking into these other portals, I can't. I will have heard Farazan, but I don't see either of them through these other colored portals. Or can I see? So if I'm looking at like this is, so I'm in the blue room.
Okay, so you guys are all three in different rooms,
Yeah.
but everything that I'm about to describe is universal. Okay. You've got your own color set. All your colors are different, right? Each one of you has the color of the room, and then 5 different portals that are different colors, right? So you look into the mirror and it doesn't matter which color mirror you look at, you see in the distance shadowy figures, shadowy forms of the other two. So Alma sees Farazan and Spetro in two other rooms in the distance in like this astral plane kind of thing. And then so Alma sees Farazan in Spetro. You get what I'm saying? It's like whoever looks sees the other two party members.
But
Right?
do they
Mhm.
see him through? So like Alma landed in room number 2, right? So she's in orange.
6.
Yeah, I'm in
She
purple.
was 6. So if I look through my purple,
It doesn't matter which window; they're
Okay.
all the same, and they're not even colored. Like it's more like that painting, which is grayscale, and
Uh-huh.
it's really ephemeral, like smoky. You just barely see them in the distance, and it's not like any rhyme or reason. Like one's down to the ground, down lower than your room. One's up top to the right, and maybe even floating just a little bit.
uh-huh.
But all three of you, seeing each other, also see a third image, and it is Alec Turcival
Oh.
in a third portal mirror, and he is sitting against a wall, his head down, and just you can't hear anything, can't hear his part, but he just looks like he's just mumbling to like just nodding his head and mumbling. He just looks around and just nods his head and mumbling. Actually, I'm sorry, you take that back. You do hear him, but you hear his mumbling now that you've stepped in. But it's completely not illegible. Whatever the word for hearing illegible is, you can't make out what he's saying.
Distorted,
Garbled.
It's
echoey.
garbled. I like garbled.
Okay,
Distorted
okay.
works too. They're words, but it's just not coming through.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. Everybody understand what you see. Doesn't matter which of the 5 portals you look through, you always see the same thing, regardless of the color. You can see the other 2 party members, and you can also see a third image of Alec.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Right.
I have something I want to do.
Okay.
Is there any like this room that I'm in? Is it like clean, or are there like debris and rocks and stuff on the floor that I can pick up?
Is vacant. There's nothing. It's completely clean. There's not even dust.
Probably got a good berry or something in your pocket.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm so bad about keeping up with my equipment.
You probably got a copper.
Oh, there you go. Okay, so I'll throw a copper piece through each portal.
Okay.
And just see what happens.
You
Ouch.
throw the copper piece through the first one.
Yeah, I'll start with red.
Okay, red. You throw it through the red, and you hear it. So you're looking through this portal. You throw it through there, and you hear the sound of copper landing,
Hmm.
and that's it. You don't see anything through the portal. I mean, it shimmers as it goes through, but all you hear is the clink of the copper landing.
Okay. I'll go to the next one.
Same thing. All 5 portals, you get the
Oh.
exact same response.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to sit and think about it.
Okay.
Farazan's in 2 orange.
Orange. Okay.
Okay. He's going to go through the yellow portal.
Okay. You step through the yellow portal.
Yep.
You appear at the center of this 5-sided room, and you've got 5 portals. You see red, orange, green, blue, and purple.
And
Everything
he's-
else is exactly identical.
Okay.
I mean, I think Spetro would have reflexively just, I guess, walked into the one that he thought he saw his 2 friends in. But you said that he sees that in all of them.
Yeah.
So that's throwing him for a loop. Because he might have just been like, oh, they, went one portal further or some such.
Farazan, like he sees Spetro and Alma in the rooms, and he thinks that he's moved to a different room, so he's going to again shout, and he'll say, "Stay where you are for just a moment. I am going to try to move around the circle to get to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
So you
he's
just
going to
went
go
from
to
orange to yellow.
Yep. He's going to go through the green portal
Okay. You're in a green room.
and then to the blue.
Blue room.
That would be
And-
where Spetro is.
All by yourself.
That's
Oh
better.
no.
Okay. Okay. All right. So moving one room ahead on the circle, and he'll shout this out. He
Talking out
says,
loud. Yep.
"Yeah, he's actually he probably would keep going. He'd probably go to the purple and then red and then back to orange,
Okay.
and he would go that in order. He gets back to orange as
Yep.
expected. Okay.
Yep.
All right, Farazan, again, kind of out loud, says, "I have moved in the directions of the circle on the floor." Oh, is it on the floor in here?
No. There's
Okay.
nothing
okay.
in here.
Like above, or like the colors of the portals,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
And he says,
You're talking about that diagram on the ground?
Yeah.
It's not in the rooms.
okay. He says, "I have moved in the order of those on the ground, from orange to yellow to green to blue to violet to red and back to orange. But I did not find any of you. I am going to try one other progression. So, from orange, 3 ahead would be yellow, green, blue. So he's going to go into blue.
Okay. You step into a blue room.
Any change of any sort?
No.
Okay. And then the... Oh, let me see that plate again. Where is it? Where did I put that?
Which one?
The horizontal with the
The
three
one-
three
next
four
number
is
would
3
be
4
4.
5. Yeah, 3 4 5.
5 1 2 3. It's
Okay.
sequence.
Okay. 3 4 5 1 2 3. Okay. So he'll go 3 ahead. So he'll go to blue, and then he'll go to 4 ahead. 1 2 3 4. Then he'll go to yellow.
Yellow room.
Okay, and then orange.
Okay. Orange room.
Okay, then he'll go to yellow again,
Okay.
and then to blue again.
Okay.
And then back to orange.
So instead of an orange room, you step into a room very similar to the rooms you have been in,
Mhm.
as in hexagon, 5 sides. But in this one, you step out, and the mirror behind you is gray. And there's an open way. It's not a portal, but a doorway, like an open passageway. And you see Alec Turcival lying on the ground, mumbling, 3 4 5 1 2 3 3 4 5 1 2 3 3 4 5 1 2 3. And we'll pick up next week.
Ooh, fun.
Nice.
Good job, Danny.
Good job, Jamie.
Yeah, very good. You get inspiration.
That's awesome.
I'm going to mark that on my sheet.
No, very good.
Okay, awesome.
Nice.
Whoops, I'm still showing the key here. So okay, here we go.
How long were we?
You missed one, Cowart. It's an hour and 10 minutes.
About an
11.
hour.
minutes. Yeah, but
11.
you know, now that you figured it out, you're all through, right? You yell back through. You can hear them talking. You talk back to them. You're like, all right, do this, and follow this pattern, and blah blah blah. And then even through trial and error, like go left or whatever. Everybody's through. All of you are in the room with Alec Turcival. We'll go a little bit further. We don't stop right here. You're in the room with Alec Turcival, and like I said, he's just kind of rocking, and he has the crazy eye, and it's just over and over again, 3 4, saying those numbers over and over again, and through the distance, through the passageway, there's a short passage that it goes up some stairs out of sight, but there is bright light coming from that direction, and it's hot, and it's like a dry heat. It's hot.
I was like, oh no, not heat again. I'll let you finish your soda. Are we
Thank you.
we're gonna keep
No,
going?
Let's
or you?
keep going. Yeah, let's keep going.
Okay.
I honestly didn't expect you guys to get through it that fast. Like I said, it took me an hour and I read it. So, no, let's keep going.
Okay.
I want to go up to him and just check on him, like health, like healer wise. Like I know he's got the crazy, but if he needs any wounds, like tended or anything like that.
He is not injured.
Okay.
Like no damage. He's not taking any damage. How about that? And you do give me a medicine check. Since we're rolling dice and stuff.
21.
21.
Rolling great today. I wish we were fighting.
You're gonna regret that wish. You do your medicine check, and he is not physically hurt. He's not poisoned. He's not diseased. Like, you got all that.
Yeah.
He is just out of his mind. Like,
Does he look emaciated? Like he hasn't been like malnourished?
a little bit. Maybe a couple of days.
I'll cast a good berry and give him one.
Okay. So you cast a good berry and you offer it to him, but he just doesn't respond.
Can I?
Do I need to
was-
baby bird it or mama bird it?
Shoot up and
I
spit in
got
his
you.
mouth?
Shoot it up,
Yes.
spit it off.
Absolutely.
I'm sure that'll help
But it'd have
his
to be
mental
like
health.
mouth to mouth direct deposit. You'd have to like shove it in with your tongue.
Listen, I got
Jesus,
boots
come
of
on.
flying. I'll just kind of hover,
Aw, like Tweety
hold it
Bird.
open.
It, like
I'll do it if it
What are
needs
you
doing.
doing?
Especially
What are you
if
doing,
it-
Spectro?
so.
I-
Go ahead. What was?
I just was me.
Yeah. So Spectro's casting a spell. He, you know what he's doing. You've seen the spell before. What are you doing? And he's got this berry, and he's getting ready to give it to.
I want to show Alec his volcanic gosling. Like, you know
Okay.
how you try to snap somebody out of it
Yeah,
with
like,
things that they're
slap him
familiar
in the
with?
face with the volcanic god.
I just want to try to get him to like calm down and stop doing that.
Okay, so
It's
you're
creeping me
holding this in front of him, and Spectro, you just push a berry into his mouth, and he chews it and swallows it. And really, the most
for him.
immediate thing that you see is like somebody. If you ever seen somebody that's dehydrated versus when they're hydrated, like he gets his color back. He's had a day's worth of food and water at this point,
Yeah,
so he looks
reinvigorated a little.
better. Yeah, reinvigorated. Like, he's hydrated. He's nourished at this point, but it doesn't change his
Is he like making
mindset.
eye contact or anything? Like, is he hearing me whenever I'm talking to him?
He looks at you, but he's just looking. He's got this wide eye looking at you, and he's just not. He sees you, and he took that berry and he looked at him. He looked at Spectro and he took it and he chewed it, and he just keeps mumbling over and over again this sequence of numbers, which I hope obviously what those numbers were.
I'm
Right.
sorry, my face is the first one you've seen, and I don't know how long. Spectro whispers as he pushes the good berry into Turtle's mouth.
Okay.
Alma, is he under
Um,
some sort of enchantment or curse? Can you tell?
So let me just read the room real quick. It's like I said, 5-foot pentagonal room. Got the 5-foot wide mirror set in the wall behind you. It's gray. There's about a dozen big, huge, tall clay urns against the walls, just all around the room. And there's an iron door in that passageway, but it's open. And there's countless scratches and chips and like blocks of broken stone in the archway in the wall opposite the mirror. So it's this part. You've gone from this Spellweaver style of architecture to kind of, but like it wasn't finished and it was done poorly after that. Does that make sense? So
Like somebody was trying to copy it, or they
somebody was trying to
hastily-
finish it,
Okay.
Was it? It's just not done.
but it wasn't done well. It wasn't done the same level of craftsmanship as the rest of the place was. So it's like they got this mirror set up and this room was started, and then they just stopped and somebody else took over to finish this area.
Like a subcontractor.
Yeah, poorly paid,
Hmm.
lowest bidder.
Okay. Alma, Spectro, do you have Alec for just a moment? I will I will see if there's anything down this up this hallway, down this hallway, out this hallway.
It is to the west, and it goes upstairs.
I'll see if I hear anything up these stairs. He'll take a step over to the stairway and just listen for a moment.
Give me perception.
Perception. Natural
Ooh.
1 for a 6.
Really, where you are, his mutterings. Did you say you went down the hallway, like to
Just
the
yeah, just to the doorway and
Okay.
to where the stairs are.
So when you step out of the room and to the bottom of the stairs, basically, because it's right there, it's like 5 feet, and then you're at the foot of the stairs.
Yeah.
Alex stops talking, and Alma, you see him. He looks over to the doorway and just says, "It's open." It's open, and he starts to like push himself up to stand up, and that's really what you hear, Farazan, because you rolled
Yeah.
crap.
So wait a second. A 7 is a good roll in D&D 5e, but not a 6.
No, it's not. It's dramatically
logic.
different. Yes.
That's the logic.
I know there's no automatic fails with a 1, but I do
Mhm.
take a natural 1 into consideration.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm just messing with you.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Maybe that last one was a DC 7. Oh, speaking of
Ha.
DC low DCs, I was watching people play Baldur's Gate 3.
Yep.
And some of the DCs are like 2.
That's what I'm saying. 5e DCs are different.
It's wild. But yeah, so he's standing up?
He's
Is he looking
in
at
the act
Farazan?
of standing up. Well, he looks like he's more looking at the doorway.
And you said the doorway around it had like chips and scratches and stuff?
Yeah. So the
So
iron
maybe-
door is open, but
Yeah.
it does look like where the lock would have been, or is. There's chips and scratches, like somebody's trying to dig and open the door.
Yeah. So it seems like he may have been trapped in here for some reason, but now the door is sprung, maybe because we have entered.
So when you first got here, the door was open,
Yeah.
but when Farazan walked through that passageway, that doorway, through the open door, he looks and just says, "Oh my God, it's open!" And he starts to stand up. So I'm kind of slowing down so you guys can
Yeah.
react.
Yeah.
I'll help him up and ask him what he's talking about.
The door, I've been trying to get it open for days and days.
Well,
How long have you
glad
been
we could
down
help you
here?
out there.
We're almost out of time. The final cage, it's shackled, and the burning doom shall rise. We must leave. We must get back to Cauldron.
Sir Turcival. Sir Turcival?
Yes, Alec Turcival.
Sir Turcival, do you know where we are? Do you know how you got here?
3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, we followed that pattern as well. To try to find you. Where are we now?
I don't know.
Did you
The
think you were
baboons are
lost?
watching and waiting. They're patient and potent.
Say again?
Their empire will reign again.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
He blinks.
Okay, right.
I really didn't catch what you said.
I got some of it.
He's babbling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you in a
He's-
condition that you could stand and move?
He's standing. He has stand. So, like when he saw that, he saw you step through. He just started to slowly, you know how you've been sitting. I mean, some of us older folk, when you've been sitting for about 3 days on the ground. You stand up and things are creaking and popping. That's kind of what's going on. Like, because he's 55. He's an older guy.
Is he armed and armored at all?
He's armed and armored. Yeah, completely.
I feel like we need to get him out of here.
He's got.
He feels like he doesn't want to. I mean, he feels like he wants to get out of here too. I mean, he's wanting to rush back to Cauldron right this second.
I mean, he's got a long sword. He's got a full shield. He's got plate. I mean, he's a paladin. He is decked out. He's ready to rock and roll. It's just, the marbles aren't aligned in his brain.
Farazan looks at him and says, "Do we need to go out?" And he points up the stairway, or can we go back through the rooms of colors?
And you say this, and he just, no, don't go back through. It's 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, all over again. Don't go back through. Don't go back through. You only come back here.
So it is only one way through that passage, that portal.
Beware the unseen mark. Beware the eyes that kill. By treachery and deceit shall the Lord fall and the false Lord rule.
Now, we've seen an unseen mark. We've seen people with a mark on them that has been invisible.
Beware.
All right, so up the stairs.
Yeah.
Wish I had. Oh, Tarathiel, give me my rope.
Give my rope.
Rest of my rope.
And as soon as Tarathiel comes through the portal after you guys, the brain thing reconnects.
Yay.
Your communication network. The brain.
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
Telechat.
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 So you guys are like, we're gonna load up and head on out of here.
Yeah, I mean, unless we want to test his theory about this being one way, which would just be, he says that this sequence brings him back to this room. We could try a different sequence to see if it takes us back the other way. Maybe reverse it, but
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but if he's just wanting to, if his brain is such that entering that portal is just ain't gonna happen, regardless of what we are or aren't able to solve with regards to getting back to where we came from, then to the stairs we'll go, I suppose.
Okay.
Like if he's like, hell no, no more portal, no more mirrors, no more rooms of color, nothing like that.
He
we'll be like,
he
"All right,
doesn't get violent by any stretch of the imagination. He's just like, you don't want to do that. It's crazy.
Yeah, we can go up the stairs. Spectro's always up for an adventure. He doesn't have anybody
fine.
waiting for him at home
Yeah, let's go.
because he has a sad past. Oh,
Sad boy.
Okay, so heading up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And all right, who's going first? Give me just a rough. I'm not going to put this map up here. Not tonight.
Brightly lit?
Yep.
Okay.
that is not my purview.
I can go first.
Well, Farazan will say if this is, if it is exposed, I would like to lead us out of this room.
Okay.
Yeah, very brightly brightly lit. And now Alex the babbling has stopped. He doesn't just constantly, but he just every once in a while, he just, when thrice the ancient judgment falls, thunder strike anew from Jarl's Corric's halls. And I mean, he just every once in a while just says weird stuff. But besides that, in between, as you're moving down the hallway towards the stairs to go up the hallway, what you do perceive, just passive, is like wind blowing harshly. Like a strong wind is blowing. And I don't mean like through those tunnels. It's not like one of these. It's like a very fast, hard wind,
And it's
and you
hot.
actually feel like hot air blowing towards you.
Ugh.
Do we get the sense that whatever light is being shown in this room is like is it coming from sconces or whatever, or is it coming from some place up ahead?
It's not flickering.
Okay.
It's a constant bright light. Like it's just
Okay. And sorry to go back one more time.
That's okay.
When Rachel when Alma showed him the, what was it? The gargoyle?
Volcanic Gosling.
Volcanic Gosling? Did
He
he?
didn't really react to it.
Okay.
He looked at it. He looked at her, but then he, shouted out something about baboons waiting for the empire to reign anew.
Okay.
Oh, Empire. I wrote vampire. That was way more exciting. I'm sure that this doesn't matter, but Mike Prime's
Baboon
not here,
vampires.
so yeah.
Okay. So volcanic Gosling statue. We've got a baboon mask. I hate to show that to him after he said something.
Yeah, I
about
don't know. Put that
baboon.
away. I slap him. Slap his hand. Watch it.
Yeah.
Really sensitive about baboons right now.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So you guys are just still kind of talk to him, trying to clear him up, and he does. He does slowly seem to regather his senses, and he just looks like he has a lucid moment. He looks at the three of you, four of you,
Mhm.
I'm counting. I'm counting pictures in my thing. It looks at the four of you, and he just has this. You sense that he realizes where he is now. How did you get through those portals? That took me weeks.
Funnily enough, the one of us that has the hardest time counting actually sorted it out.
And he looks at you, Spetro, and he says, "I appreciate the berry, but I've got that handled." And he kind of flicks his ring. But it's still nice to be refreshed. Thank you.
Well, there's 9 more where that came from.
He says, "Do you remember what you were talking about just a moment ago about the last cage?"
It's like a memory when it's like a dream when you wake up. I can't quite grasp what it was I was saying. I've been here for days. I thought that door was shut. I didn't think I could get through.
Were you trying to break it down?
Yeah, I've been chipping at it with my sword, trying to break it down, and it just would not budge. But I see now that that's not the truth. He kind of squints his eyes at the door, like he still is not sure if he trusts that it's open or not.
What sent you through the portal in the first place? Like, we came through it because we were kind of looking for you. What were you looking for or chasing?
Well, first, I am Sir Alec Turcival. I am the Prime Paladin of St. Cuthbert of Cauldron. And it is very nice to meet you.
I'm Spetro. We knew that about you. But it's good to have a formal introduction anyway.
It sets the tone. And he looks at the rest of you kind of half expectant, like, and
Farazan kind of nods and says, "My name is Farazan Kalrak Damasha. It is a pleasure to meet you."
I was hoping you wouldn't ask him about his name.
it is a pleasure.
And I'll just say, I'm Alma, and we'll wave.
He gives you a bow, takes your hand, and kisses it, my lady.
All right.
The quiet one is Tarathiel.
All right. And Tarathiel, he's like, I'm nobody. Don't worry about it. Whatever he does. I'm Tarathiel.
Sounded just like him.
Thanks. I've been practicing.
It's like he's here
So
with us.
you said that, I think, Spetro, you said that you were like, we knew who you were. We're here. We were sent to find you. I think you said something like that, didn't you?
Yeah, I said, what possessed him to go through the portal? Because we went through it because we were looking for him. So what was his motivation to step through it? Is he looking for somebody? Is he running from somebody? Is he trying to get to a certain place and knew that this would, or thought that it might get him there?
I came here originally when I had discovered the back of that plate I have back at the temple.
We have it.
leads. Oh,
Yeah.
it seems to have.
Jeez.
Is that lightning?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
that was
Like
close.
a gunshot.
That
Do
was
we
very
need to-
close.
We need to call it. If you have lightning striking,
Doesn't
your
seem
house.
like the dog's thunder shirt is working there, Jamie.
I mean,
Wow, that was loud.
That was
yeah, because that one was very close. So I think that may be it.
Yep, let's call it. We'll pick this
Okay.
conversation up
Yep.
next week when there's not lightning blowing your house
y'all
up.
stay safe.
Stay
Jeez.
safe, Jamie. Jeez.
Yeah,
Yep,
definitely.
I'm gonna move away from every electronic in the house. Right?
Right? I mean, in the expediency to let you get things unplugged. Guys, thanks for showing up. We'll see you next week. Good night.
See you guys.
Night. Bye.